Even before I bought my first investment property, I got an awareness from my mentors that there were easy ways of doing real estate and there were hard ways. Some made a lot of money, some made a little money. Some had tons of risk, some had little risk. And I've been fascinated ever since with finding the ultimate strategy that took the least time, the least effort, the least risk, and yet would make the most money. Today, I'm going to be sharing, after 16 years of being a real estate investor, the biggest breakthrough I have found that yields 7 times the profits in way less work time. And I'm excited to share it with you right now.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
So check it out. I am joined today by the marvelous Marianne Eldridge, and she is the senior business developer of my company, is joining me to have this conversation about this breakthrough in the game of real estate. This technology is so cool.
I love breakthrough.
I'm so pumped about it. And so in the game of real estate, you guys understand that usually you pay a lot of money and then you get a mentor and then you learn from them, and then hopefully you go out and you do real estate the right way, and either you make a lot of money or you flop and you lose a lot of money. And you know what? That's as old as the technology has always been. I mean, the very first real estate book I read was from like the 80s. It was so dated even then, and yet it got me so jazzed. The technology hasn't changed. And yet today, it does, and it changes in a really significant way. Marianne, you know what we're talking about? We're talking about the Maverick program.
Oh my gosh, I love the Maverick program.
So-
It's literally the best thing that we've ever seen.
Tell me about it. What is it?
Well, I love this Maverick program. Now you have partners. People are flocking towards you through YouTube, through Twitter, through Instagram, and they're like, how can I get into the game of real estate? And these are people that have some assets to work with, right? They've got some credit, they've got some cash available to them, they've got life insurance policies, they've got all these things. But then there's these other group of people that say, Kris, I'm just as hungry. And
Or more.
Or more hungry.
More.
You know, they haven't seen that kind of wealth kind of accrue yet. And they said, how can I do that if I don't have all of these assets up front to work with?
And that's frankly been like the game for all these years. How
For
do you
sure.
help people with no money and no credit do it? And I'm like, I did it. Like, I started with more than less. I was in
Yeah,
debt.
you started with less than nothing. The bum on the street had more money than you did.
Yeah,
when
and
you
so,
started.
I mean, I went in, and how did I really do it at the end of the day? I actually ended up pulling together the resources of people with money and the people with deals, and I made deals happen that I knew were good, and those deals made lots of money, and then I got a cut of it. You know, for years I've racked my brain. How can I make that really available to other people? Because here's the problem, Marianne. I say, you go do what I did. Here's the knowledge. Here's how I did it.
and everyone's like, okay, but you're Kris Krohn.
I know, and they don't.
know?
They don't end up following through, and they don't do it. And we had a breakthrough in the last 6 months when we released a test. It was called Maverick. Maverick because Mavericks are like,
Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise.
yes, good movie.
They're awesome.
They're outside the box thinkers. It's
They
like
are.
people are like, I go against the grain or I find a new way, and I'm a pioneer. Maverick basically means I have all the deals, and you know people that have the money. You bring all of these parties together, and we'll give you a cut of the action. How much of a cut? An equal share with me. Actually, to be equal partners with me.
Right.
And you know what? We finally did something, and this is the first video where we're saying it's hitting the news, it's out, it's actually working. We now have tons of people.
We've got proof of concept. Like, when I remember when you released this, it was dead silent, and people's jaws were on the ground. We're like, okay,
Like,
yes, we're actually doing this.
You're going to
because-
really Kris Krohn split half the money with me just for helping find the people for this?
Right, just set up the deals. Now, this is what I tell people all the time when I talk to them on the phone. There's 3 things you need to do in real estate. You got to do your first deal, then you got to build a portfolio, and then you got to partner. That's essential because you have to start leveraging other people. With
Yeah.
this, you're skipping the first 2.
And you're just basically saying, actually, you don't need any experience or track record because Kris has a track record of like 4,000 homes.
Right.
It's in this document. This is my latest press release. This is basically the story of how I do real estate and get 25% ROI all day long. And
No,
people,
I got to show people this. Look at this.
people want to know exactly how we're doing this.
Look at the last few pages of this. You guys, like, you might want to zoom in on this. There's literally 4,000 homes with addresses audited with numbers that you can look at and say, hey, look, you might not have the track record yet, but this guy does. So show this to the people that have the assets and see if it's a good fit for them. That's what we're saying.
You know, so this started off as a 6-month experiment, and now we have individuals everywhere who are out there bringing people to my YouTube channel, learning about me, certainly coming to my quarterly events that we put on. And they're like, they're hungry and they want to do real estate, and just because someone referred them, I now share that wealth with them. Guys, I buy so much real estate that now it's a game of how do we let everybody play? How do we help as many people win in this game as possible? And here's what it ends up being. 7 times the profits for putting in a fraction of the work, which means you're not putting in the money, and frankly, all you're doing is basically connecting resources. That is where some of the greatest wealth I've ever made has ever come from, and yet so many people are uncomfortable doing it. And Marianne, I've seen you help so many of these people now. You are basically a liaison for all of our Mavericks, helping them get trained and educated. I feel so sophisticated.
So sophisticated.
But I mean, look at it. I've got dozens of partners that are coming to the event next week from all over the world.
I know.
We just had one of my partners from Saudi, Vietnam.
I was talking to people from Jersey yesterday.
Yep.
They're coming. Yep.
So people everywhere out there like engaging in this, owning real estate, moving forward, and we're onto something that hasn't been done before. And here's the reality of it. It's never been so dumb. It's never been so easy. If you can't do this, then I'm sorry, give up. You shouldn't be in real estate. You can't do it because it doesn't get this, it'll never be easier than this.
It's a true story. It's based on your resourcefulness. People that get scrappy and go after something don't take no for an answer. What I've seen you do over the past 6 years that we've been working together is providing people with ways to get where they need to go, to push through the barriers, to have the breakthroughs, both, physically, mentally, and in every other way, to say, look, if you're committed to getting what you want, this guy's forged a path. He's done it. You've done the undoable before, and now there's no excuses.
So guys, I want to make it super clear what we're talking about and what the link below is all about. If you go down and you click the link, what you're going to learn about is Kris has a track record and is buying homes every day. You know people that have money stuck in a 401k, IRA, or home equity that are unhappy, that are not getting the returns that they need for retirement. And you know what? Match them up. Create the awareness. It helps me get my message more out to the world. People that become my partner, if it's because of you, then my 50% ownership I equally share with you. In that quarter, trust me, for not putting in the money, what you're going to get, that's an infinite return. And my best returns I've ever gotten are infinite. And so this is now a way where everyone can pick up the easiest infinite return that's out there. So if you want to learn more about this, what should they do, Marianne?
Under this video, under where we are, click the link below and talk to me or a member of our team.
Yep, and by doing that, you can figure out how to become one of my partners. We call you a Maverick, and we're gonna give you all the tools and resources where basically we're gonna show you how you are already connected to the people that are going to be the means of you helping them do their first deals and you also getting cut in on the deal. That's sweetness all around.
By the way, I have to say this. I've spoken to a lot of the Mavericks, and the people that they have spoken to have been so crazy grateful. We just don't know how many people that we know who are looking for something like this, who are knowing, they're doing the math, and they're saying the 401k accumulation method is broken and it's not working. So they're looking for this, and they don't know they're looking for it.
Until you actually bring it up and share it.
100%.
Yeah, so listen guys, gals, link below, click it, learn about the Maverick program, become one of my partners, become one of my Mavericks, help find the people that are right for this, and then get cut in on all the deals as equal partners with me. That's the next move for getting real estate done as easy as it possibly can be. Thank you so much for subscribing. Marianne, if they want to get these daily videos on, learning how to become their own best financial genius, what should they do?
Subscribe, ring the bell, make sure you get the notifications, tune in, come back. We'll see a lot of you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.